Hi there, I'm Jill Allen, and this is Find Your Fierce, the show designed for women to discover your fierce, unlock an unstoppable mindset, build unbreakable courage, and completely transform how you show up every single day. Each week, I will bring ideas, methods, and strategies that will inspire you to step into your greatness and live life on purpose. Let's be fit, fierce, and unstoppable. Hey there, gang. Welcome to Find Your Fierce. So glad that you are here with me as we dive into part 2 of the life lessons learned in Glacier. And I'm super excited about this series because I am still fired up from the Be Unstoppable retreat. We were out in Glacier for an adventure, and let me tell you, it was so good. 13 women stepped way outside comfort zones, dreaming, goal setting, breaking through barriers, and mapping out the steps to take action to move forward. And so, of course, we did hit the trails. We hiked, we explored, we went whitewater rafting, and we were spoiled by our very own private chef. The coaching sessions, it was a pretty good, epic weekend. And as much as the women walked away with a full heart and breakthrough moments, I had some as well. Things I learned, the pivotal moments, life lessons that hit home, all that I can't wait to share with you so you can apply any and all to your days and to up-level your mindset and thoughts. But before we go any further today, I have to say that I love that you are here listening in, spending time with us. So honored that I get to be a part of your day. You are all just so amazing. I have to thank you for your love and support. As always, I appreciate your feedback, your reviews, and I love that you share this podcast and the Set Free message with your friends and family. So if you can keep on doing that, that would be incredible because you are helping this movement as it helps reach more women and it impacts more lives. And that is certainly what life is all about. So thank you so much. So let's dive in. Are you ready to pick up from where we left off from last week? We were talking about the things I realized in Glacier. And again, I want to preface this with the fact that what I'm about to share with you, it's not new. They are not necessarily new thoughts or beliefs. They were just dialed in. Call it confirmation or reminders that I needed in this particular time. And you may be needing them as well. So here goes. This is number 7. Appreciate your journey. It is far too easy to get caught up in worrying about the future. And when people get too caught up in what will happen, they do not take time to enjoy the present. And life is a journey. We will not end up where we expect. And so we need to learn to enjoy the trip while keeping one eye on the road. And so if we appreciate the now, we will be far better off when we get to where we are going. And so the lesson here is that we need to cherish what we have in our life. And there is so much good that I don't want us to fall into the trap. So appreciate all that you have now and always look for something to be grateful about. It makes us happier, less self-centered. It reduces stress, anxiety, healthier. It's better in just about every single way imaginable. So I can't say it enough that we have to really appreciate the path that we are on. Number 8, only those who know how to adapt survive. We need to be flexible. We need to be flexible with our goals, our plans, our agenda. I had this game plan for each day for the retreat, but with the weather, the road closures, maybe it was time restraints, things needed to change. Flexibility was required. If I was focused too much on the plans, I wouldn't have been able to adjust. And so life teaches us lessons to prove us wrong by throwing weird obstacles in our path. We don't have to live our life strictly according to plan. And the best part about life is the fact that there really is no plan that we actually create. God has a plan. We could spend our days creating plans only to have a random thing thrown at us. So we need to learn to adapt and go with the flow, be open-minded and flexible. And I get it that our goals, they are a plan, and I love goals, but they are not written in stone. I think there's a saying that goes, no plan can survive enemy contact. Life happens, plans change. So stick to your goals as best as we can, but we have to be prepared to revise and update it as needed. What is it that the Marine Corps says? Improvise, adapt, and overcome. Knowing how to adapt in this fast-changing world we live in right now is very important to survive in any situation. We need to adapt and change, but never give up. Keep going, as setbacks aren't failures unless we quit. Our road was closed, adding 4 miles to our hike that day in the pouring down rain. Stuff happens, plain and simple. And I think we all remembered in that moment that life is filled with highs and lows. And just because the rain and the road closure was seeming to go against us that morning, it didn't mean that later that afternoon it didn't bring success that we did not plan for. The things we learned from that setback, the learning experience, because we kept going and we were flexible. No matter how carefully we planned and how hard we work, sometimes things just don't work out the way we want them to, and that's okay. We had all of these expectations, predetermined visions of what the ideal 11-mile hike will look like. But that was not the reality of the hike we ended up with. Flexibility was key, and adapting to change is one of the best ways to win in life. And it was one amazing win that day. It was absolutely better than what we could have even imagined. Number 9, embrace simplicity. I think it was on day 1, we took an easy path. Any other day, my family could vouch for me, I would have skipped right past this trail that was suggested. Only because it was rated easy, only 2 miles. It was fast and flat. It was simple, but those 2 miles were absolutely breathtaking. The slow pace was exactly what we needed to end the day. It was also reiterated to me during our whitewater rafting day when the guide told us, all forward. That's when we worked, we rode, we pushed, and he would follow it up with all rest. And that was the time where we would lay our paddles on our lap and take a break. There was a time to work and there was a time to rest. There's a time to walk the hard trail and there's a time to just breathe and take the easy path. What a life lesson that was. And it surely hit home for me. Yet in the same breath, okay, and which is going to lead us to number 10, we also need to move outside our comfort zone. And oftentimes the most uncomfortable or painful experience that we'll go through helps us grow the most as a person. Only when we stop letting fears and anxiety hold us back will we start to make those major breakthroughs in life. The life lesson here, challenge yourself. Each day, try to do something we've never done before. View life as an adventure. Have you ever thought about your comfort zone being your enemy? If we want to achieve our biggest goals in life, that we'll need to get out of our comfort zone. There are times we can't just tiptoe on the sidelines any longer. When we approached this water on the road, it covered the road, and I could tell that it was deep. We tried to walk along the edges. We were stepping on roots. We were stepping on the branches. We were making sure that we didn't get our feet wet until the comfort zone ended. We had 2 options. We could turn around and head back. We could quit, which can be the easy thing to do if we are used to doing that. Or we go through it. And let me tell you, we went through it. Thigh-high, deep, frigid water to get to the other side. Complaining was not going to fix things. Quitting was not an option. Were we going to be soaking wet? Yep. Wet socks? Yes. Cold? Probably. But we were not going to waste a lot of energy by complaining about how awful the situation was. It was better to channel that energy into a definitive action that addressed what we were on a mission to do. So we had to strap on our big girl hiking boots and believe in our capabilities. Most of us, to be honest, are conditioned to undermine our own capacities. However, there's going to be numerous circumstances in our life that will prove over and over and over again that we are stronger, more resilient than we even realize. Regardless of what life throws at us, we are stronger than we think and we can face our challenges confidently. We are not meant for mediocrity. The life lesson in all of this, despite the fact that people play to this norm, do not allow ourselves to be sucked into mediocrity. Rise above it or go through it, whatever it takes. And number 11, family is not always the only bond. Find your sisterhood, find your tribe. This is one of the most important life lessons I was able to experience in Glacier. When we can spend the weekend with people who stand up for what they believe in, have different beliefs, they have different visions and goals, paths, and still love each other, all because of that, it's game-changing. The right people will come into your life at the right time and they'll become a part of your family. We shared dreams, fears, we casted vision, we lifted each other up, we held one another accountable, we called each other out and cheered each other on like it was our job. all with genuine, pure, authentic hearts. Find those people and keep them close. And lastly, number 12, perspective is a beautiful thing. And typically when we're worried or we're upset, it's because we've lost perspective. Everything that is happening in our lives seems so big, so important, so do or die. But in the grand picture, the single hiccup, the challenge or moment often means next to nothing. The fight that we're having, the job we didn't get, the real or imagined slight, the unexpected need to shift course, the thing we wanted but we didn't get. Most of it won't matter 20, 30, 40 years from now. I know I keep going back to the torrential downpour, but as we were hiking, I couldn't help but think of what the view would have been like if it wasn't raining, if the sky was blue and the sun was out. As much as I would have enjoyed the sunny day with clear skies and outlooks, I honestly believe that the day would not have been the same. It would not have been as good. It wouldn't have been as epic. The hard is what made it. The rain was what made it a special day, one that I would never forget. Seeing women break through, their mindset shift in such a profound way, the smiles, the joy, the way that they were also proud of themselves and what they accomplished. Perspective is everything. The lens we choose to look through, it can turn a rainy, dreary, cold day to one of the most cleansing, purity, and truthful days of your life. What a life lesson. And as we wrap this up today, I want to encourage you to take these life lessons and run with them. I hope that they are good reminders that you are needing right now in your life. I believe that if you apply them in this present moment today, it can start to transform your life. And no, I'm not over-exaggerating. Do not wait. Do not wait for the perfect time to take action, to do something for yourself. Do it now. Begin to do the things that you are dreaming of. And yes, it's cliche, but live your life to the fullest. Life goes faster than you think. Years are quickly passing. And yes, life is truly short. You never know what tomorrow has in store for you. Every second wasted is a moment of your life wasted. This is one of the most important life lessons I have learned to date. Because I am being honest with you, I have had times where I've had taken things for granted, not appreciating what we have until it's gone. It's a wake-up call time. Nothing in your life is not guaranteed to be there tomorrow. It doesn't matter how old you are or where you are in life. If you take anything from this, know that learning is the biggest lesson in life, and it's essential for anyone who wants to succeed. You need to keep growing and evolving to live your life to the fullest. It's time to wake up. If you're wanting more fire in your day, there's so much for you to do so. You can follow me on Instagram, snag a copy of my book set free on Amazon, join us in the Fit and Fierce or Flip the Script one-on-one nutrition coaching, and the next retreat. We just spent an amazing week in Alaska. The Dolly Sods Wilderness for the 30-mile backpacking mission is coming up in St. Thomas this fall, as we've been all over the place on epic adventures that allow us to step outside our comfort zone. So be sure to go to JillAllenCoaching.com for all updates and join the Just Breathe Facebook group. We would love to connect with you. Heads up on the next episode, we have a special guest, and she has such a powerful testimony that we will be blessed with as she shares. So be sure to pop back in next week. Thanks so much for joining us today, and I pray that we filled your heart with joy. If you could let us know before hopping off here today, that would be incredible. Subscribe, share this episode link on your social media if you felt encouraged or inspired, as we all know someone that can benefit, and I would love it if you would give some feedback and a review as well. Talk with you next time. Be fit, be fierce, be unstoppable. See ya.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.